Yes.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's session. My name is Vishwa Kumar. I am the Deputy General Manager IT for Cargos Community, and I welcome you all to today's session. I am joined by Mr. Kuldeep Sharma, Assistant Manager, Cargos Community Customer Support Team. We also have representatives from DP World CCT Chennai Terminal in the call, and Mr. Vishal Gupta, Country Head, Cargos Community. While this is a webinar, but we have kept the mic open for you all. So in case you have any queries, any question, please feel free to ask them towards the end of the session once we have completed the demo. You can also post your queries in the chat box here in the Teams. We have planned today's session to showcase a new feature that we have recently implemented in Cargos Community. This new feature is designed specially for our shipping line, shipping agents, CFS and Empty Park users at the DP World CCT Terminal. To give you an overview, previously, when shipping lines were creating export empty pre-advice in Cargos Community, they had to create the export empty pre-advice by mentioning dummy containers in the export pre-advice before they could hand over the printed Form 13 or the EgatePass to corresponding CFS or Empty Park. Now, obviously, this was creating a lot of problem for shipping lines, CFS, Empty Park, and the terminal teams themselves. So, with this new feature, shipping line and shipping agent at the CCT terminal can print and export empty EgatePass in open or nominated status and hand over that document to the CFS or the Empty Park. The CFS or the Empty Park user can then input container and truck details digitally in Cargos using their laptop or their mobile, however they want to proceed. And then they can proceed with the transaction of sending the trailer to the terminal. So with this background of what this new feature is, I now invite my colleague, Mr. Kuldeep, to give you a brief demo. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat and we can take them towards the end of the session. Okay, over to you, Kuldeep.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Please let me know once my screen is visible and my voice is clear.
Yeah, your screen is visible and we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Right. I will start the demo and I will showcase how shipping line, CFS, MTR will be doing their transaction on Cargos Community. I will begin with the shipping line. As a shipping line, once you logged in into Cargos Community, this is how the homepage will be look like. Very first, you have to navigate to manage and go to export pre-advice. Once you go to the export pre-advice, this is how the export pre-advice page will be get open in your browser. Just give me a second.
We are doing the demo from the test environment. So
Right.
the test environment is definitely a bit slow. As you guys already know, in production, these slowness or numbness of the application, you generally do not feel that.
Right.
Will you just do a control R? That should refresh.
Correct. So let me open this order. Right. So this is the screen and this is how the shipping line will create the export empty order. They will select all these details. They will mention the details. Please keep in mind while giving the container quantity, you will get one option before this arrival mode, name as container available. That need to be selected as no. Once you select that as a no, then under the container details, you have to mention the quantities of the container. Let's suppose 20, size of the container is 20 and
Kuldeep,
number
can you
of containers
start
are,
new?
yeah,
Can you start with new?
yes, right. For example, I have just mentioned the dummy details here. So this is how the shipping line will create the export empty. Right. I was talking about this option, container number available. Here as a shipping line, you have to select here no. Once you
So
select
instead of yes, they have to select
yes,
no, correct? And once
correct.
they select no, then they don't have to put the container number, only the quantity is required, correct?
Right. So under the content details, this option will be changed to container quantity. Here they can mention the quantities of the container. Let's suppose 5 of 20 feet and 10 of 40 feet. This is how the shipping line will mention the quantities of the container. And under the nomination, they will nominate the designated CHA or the empty park. For example, I have just
So you
selected
have to
here.
nominate the parties either CFS or empty yard. So whoever you will nominate, they can see that EgatePass and assign a truck and a container. So if it is a CFS movement, you assign nominate a CFS. And if it's an empty yard, you nominate an empty yard. Don't do it for both, because then both can see the transaction and it will create confusion.
Right. So once the nomination is done, just click on the submit button. Once you click on the submit, the export empty pre-advice order will get created and the CFS or the empty park will able to see those eGate passes in their login. Now I will go to the eGate pass and I will show as a MTR and CFS how they will able to input the container number and the truck details on eGate pass and how they will take the print of active eGate pass and the further.
Kuldeep, little change, little correction here. So shipping line is printing the e-gate pass. CFS or empty park is not. So please first you showcase that right now the e-gate pass is created in nominated or open status, and
Yes,
the shipping line can then do a print and hand it over to the corresponding CFS or empty park.
right. Thank you, sir, for the correction. Let me go to the manage and then eGate pass. So shipping line has to follow this process for the printing of empty eGate passes. Click on manage and navigate to eGate pass section under the gate. Here you can use the smart search option, for example, export pre-advice, or if you just click on normal search, you will get all the eGate passes on the search screen. So I'm using here the export pre-advice number, which just created few minutes back. Once you mention the export pre-advice number, just click on search. This is how the eGate passes will get created in open status. Now, as a shipping line, you have to print this eGate passes. You can select
So if you
multiple
see
at
the
one go.
container numbers are not there.
Yes,
Earlier also this functionality was available, but you were not able to print the EgatePass. Now we are allowing it to be printed. So that is what Kuldeep will show you.
Right, sir. So shipping line team can select this EgatePasses. They can do it one by one or they can do it in bulk, and just click on this print option here available at the right hand side. Once you click on the print option, the print will start, and I will just show you how the EgatePass will look like. So this is how the EgatePass will look like. The content number will be not available initially. And once you hand over this print to your CFS or the empty park, then they will input the content number.
So
Now,
you can see here in the EgatePass, Pradeep, can you please go back?
yes.
Yeah, it clearly says that this is a draft status EgatePass. Meaning right now the terminal teams or the cargoes community has not informed terminal that a particular container, export empty container, is coming, because we don't have container details at this moment. That is why this draft status is mentioned. So this is just to enable the trade that the shipping line can print a draft EgatePass, which is an open status or nominated status. Shipping line can then hand over this draft EgatePass to CFS or Empty Park, and then Empty Park can proceed with the transaction. So at this point,
yeah, good.
Yeah. So at this point, after printing and handing over the hard copy of the EgatePass to the corresponding CFS or Empty Park, job of shipping line is done. After that, the job of CFS or Empty Park starts. Yes, sir, you were saying something.
Yeah, please remember this functionality which we are showing you is only applicable to export empty and is not applicable to export loaded or something. So you will not be, if you are attempting to do an export full container, then this functionality is not available. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. As rightly mentioned by Vishu sir, once this print handover to the CFS or the empty park, then they can allocate the truck details and the container information. So let's suppose this is the screen of the CFS. What the CFS will do, I will just go to the home page. So as a CFS, once they log into their login, they have to go to the manage and they have to navigate to the EgatePass section. Here, same way, they can filter out the EgatePasses based on export pre-advice number, or they can mention the EgatePass ID, which is available in their print. Let's suppose this is the EgatePass ID, which is available with the CFS in their print. They will just mention the EgatePass ID under the EgatePass section. And then they will click on the search. This is how the record will appear here. First step, they have to input the container number. To input the container number, they have to first click on this small checkbox here. Once CFS team click on this checkbox, they will have to click on this edit option here. Here they have to mention the container number and ISO code. Let's suppose this is the container number and this is the ISO code. Once they mention these two information, then you will find the submit option at the right hand bottom corner. Just click on it. This is the first step where as a CFS, they have mentioned the container and the ISO code. Just click on back. And now the truck number and driver details need to be inputted. For that, again, just click on this small checkbox here and go to nominate. You will find the truck symbol available here. Just click on the nominate. Mention the driver name here and then your truck number. Just click on submit now. Once you submit your EgatePass, this is how the confirmation screen will appear. Just go back, and then you can see your EgatePass has been submitted successfully and it is in active status. You can see the green.
So the status from open to active, correct?
Yes, right. And the traffic signal will change into green. That means
So
all information.
at
Yes,
this moment, we have submitted or transmitted all the information to the terminal operating system, and now they have the full record with them. So once the truck arrives at the gate, it will take minimum time to get in the container.
exactly.
Also, if in case there is any error related to this transaction, then that will be highlighted to you on screen as well. So you will know from start whether this transaction has gone successfully or not. Kuldeep, can you show any failed transaction as well?
Yes, I will do that.
So if the transaction gets rejected by the terminal operating system, it will go into failed. Is that right?
Yes.
Correct.
And this
it
could
will
be
show what is the error.
correct. Majorly, it would be, let's say, for example, the cutoff of the vessel has crossed. So in that case, obviously, the terminal system will say that I cannot take this container, and that information will be visible to you on screen. So you are well aware of what is the issue.
Yes, for example, here. So I'll just go one step back, sir. So once you submit all the details, if the pre-advice of the container has been rejected, the status will change into fail from the open, and this traffic signal will change into red, right? To check the error, just click on your EgatePass ID. Once you click on the EgatePass ID, this is how the error will be shown at the top.
Any other status this transaction can go?
It might go into queued uh, due to if there is some planned
So
downtime.
if it goes into queued, that means the
Yeah,
system is still attempting to send that information to terminal operating system, and they should wait. The
correct,
customer has
correct,
to wait.
right.
So sometimes it goes through immediately, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 attempts to send. And if all else fails are sending, then it will go into failed. And the error will be depicted on the screen, the way it is being done now for this transaction.
Right, sir.
And once the container gets in and arrives at the terminal, we will show a status of arrived in the EgatePass, right?
Correct, correct.
Can you go back? Once the container arrives, then that status column will change to arrived, like this.
This one, correct.
And once it gets loaded on the ship, then we'll show a loaded status in the container status column. Can you show that? Yeah.
Yes,
So right now, if you see, this container has arrived and lying in the yard, not yet loaded. Once it gets loaded, I'll change this to loaded as well. So you will know a container has been loaded onto the ship.
And you can also see the time at which the container has gated in.
correct.
So these gets updated in real time. As soon as the container gets arrived in the terminal yard, the terminal system informs cargos, and we show that information to you on screen.
So also, can you search as per a particular vessel, all the containers which have arrived, all the containers which have been loaded? Is it possible on the screen?
Yes, sir, that is possible.
How?
So very first of all, we need to select here vessel for which vessel we are just trying to check the containers. After that, we can select here the vessel which we are trying to check the containers. After that, we can select here the vessel which we are trying to check the containers. So for example, if the vessel is container status, right? So this is the field, this is the status which will give the information of the in-yard container and the container which have been loaded. So whichever containers a customer wants to check, they will just need to click on the statuses, and just once they click on the statuses, just click on the search. So all containers of a particular vessel which are lying in the yard and which have been loaded, those list will be appear in the down.
And you can also download this as an Excel report.
Yes, correct. So here the reporting feature is available. Download CSV. All the search result which is available here can be downloaded in a single report once we click on the download CSV.
Can all this be done from the mobile app?
Yes, sir. Right.
Or
Okay. Right. So this is how, if any user is trying to do this search and the container input from their mobile, first I will just show you how the MTR or CFS can input the container level information in the system on the Cargo's community mobile app. Right. So on the mobile, once user logged in their account, or once they key the URL in their web browser, this is how the home page will be look like. Right? Give me a second.
Just do a control bar.
Yes, I'm doing that. Let me do it again. Yeah. Yeah, please be on line. Fine. So once any CFS or MTR will logged in into Cargo's community mobile application, this is how the home page will look like. What they have to do, just click on these three dots in the left hand side, go to manage, and then navigate to EgatePass. So once you go to EgatePass, this is how the EgatePass screen will look like. You may mention your EgatePass ID here, to which you want to mention the content number and the driver details, or you can just click on directly search option here. This is how the EgatePass IDs which is nominated to you will appear here, and the content number will be blank. So what you have to do, just select the EgatePass ID and then go to the edit option here. Once you click on the edit option, system will ask you to mention content number and the ISO code. Just mention your content number here and then the ISO code, and just click on the submit. Once you hit the submit option, this is how the EgatePass submission confirmation screen will appear. Just go back. And now at the second step, you have to mention the truck and the driver details. Just select that EgatePass ID again by clicking on this checkbox. And now go to this nominate option. So the truck symbol which is available at the bottom, just click on it. Go down. Here you can mention the name of the driver and then truck number. Once it is done, again just click on the submit. Now Just click on back. You can see the second container have been inputted successfully. So this is how you can allocate the truck and the driver details using Cargo's community mobile application. Coming to the second point, which was for the report on the sales screen.
Kuldeep, one point. How do the users get access to the mobile app?
Right. So in case of Android holders, once they key the URL of Cargo's community in their uh, Chrome browser, at the right hand side, they will get the three dots. They need to click on three dots. And this is a one-time activity. They have just need to click on the add to home screen option, which is available there. So once they do that, the Cargo's community mobile application will be installed to their mobile. And in case of uh, Apple holder, they will just need to key the URL in their Safari, and then the same way they have to click on three dots and add the Cargo's community on the home screen. The mobile application of Cargo's community will be installed on their mobile. I hope I have answered the query, sir.
No, but is there any help guide for this?
Yes, sir. We also have a help guide. So whenever you are using it from, let's say, your desktop, you can review the help guide while the help guide is also in for mobile. Kuldeep, if you can just go into the documentation section.
Yes, correct. So once we click on those three dots, just go to the help section here, navigate to user guide and FAQs.
Under a user guide.
Right.
Driver app for customers.
Driver of, correct.
Right. So here, if you see, we have a presentation prepared which showcases how you can download or how you can add Cargo's community to your Android or your iOS devices, and you can do all your transactions from there.
Correct.
Okay, just one update on this from my side. I was checking on iPhone. So with the new iOS 26, Apple has changed how the let me join the meeting from phone and let me just demo it to you, because Apple has slightly changed the way you install the app to what Kuldeep was mentioning. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
So while we are showing this for guest login, all the process which we showed will not work with a guest login. You will have to sign in. So you'll have to click on sign in and not on guest login. Yeah.
Sir, you are on mute in case of you're speaking something.
Oh, sorry, I thought I has unmuted him. Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, perfect.
Oh, okay, thanks. So here, if you see, I first key in the URL of Cargos community, the web page or the launch page of Cargos community then appeared. Then you need to
Where
click
did
on
you key in the URL? Where?
in the Safari browser.
In the browser. Okay.
Yeah. So I opened the Safari browser and there I have input the URL of the Cargos community. Now, once the browser page is opened up, you need to click on this three dots and you need to click on share. So this is what Apple has changed with this new version of iOS. And after that, you need to click on more and then add to home screen. So they have added a couple of extra steps, but other than that, it remains the same. So this was what I wanted to showcase to you all.
So there's a question from Joseph where he says, I have doubt if we have empty container, no one can take print, or we have to nominate to CFS or yard. So the question is not very clear, Joseph. Can you come online and explain what you're asking? Now we can take a print. Yes, now you can take a print. If we have empty container number, we can take print or we have to nominate. So as a shipping line, you can take a print, whether you have an empty container number or you do not have a empty container number. You can take a print, you can give it to your vendor to go to the empty yard to pick up the empty containers. And once the empty yard has picked up the container and put it on a trailer, they have to mention the exact container number and the truck number before the truck arrives at the terminal.
Joseph, I would add one point to it. So nomination, why is nomination required? Nomination basically means that you as a shipping line are digitally transferring this file to your CFS or your empty yard. If you do not transfer this transaction digitally to CFS or the empty yard, they will not be able to mention anything on this, meaning the truck and the driver detail, which Kuldeep was showcasing before. So while if you have container number, you might be able to input the container number. That is very fine, very nice. But then probably you may not have the driver and truck information, which is only available with the CFS or the empty yard. So that is why you need to nominate them in the transaction.
Okay, sir.
Hope
Thank
that
you.
answers.
Hi Vishal, this is Prasad from Sinotrans. I have a couple of questions to you. My first question is that, so after inputting the truck and the content details, so that forms needs to be physically printed and given to the driver, correct? My understanding is correct?
I will let terminal team answer that. As per us, we have already digitally transferred it to the terminal, but would there be a requirement for the terminal staff to see the printed form? Is something which Shahul Siva, you can guide us. Shahul Siva.
Yeah, go ahead, PK.
So
Yeah.
question is very clear. Okay, you go ahead. You ask the
Yeah,
question.
after nominating the container numbers and truck details, the physical Form 13 needs to be taken by the truck drivers, or the drafted forms can be used, or once again they need to print once with the container numbers and the truck details. Which forms you required any physical forms in that case?
Correct. We required a physical form.
Form with the container numbers, right? With the container numbers and actual truck numbers.
Exactly. Now the thing is, we can understand the first what is happening right now. Some dummy container number printed in the Form 13. Shipping lines are taking the hard copy, hand over to the empty plot or CFS. Where they are loading actual container, just cut down the dummy container number. On top, they are mentioning the actual container number and physical truck number. Hand over to the transporter. Transporter is coming to the terminal. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Instead, it is captured in the hard copy, the correct container number, where it was not captured in the system. So that the shipping line can take the printout without container number and truck number. They can take the printout, hand over to the CFS or empty plots. There they are loading actual container, just mentioning the container number on the form 13 and truck number. Also simultaneously, they are entering in the system the correct number, container number, and truck number. Understood, sir?
Yeah.
So a
but
print is not required, only
Now
they can enter by pen. Is that right?
no, they required a physical form with the correct
print
container
is
number
required.
and truck
Still, the
numbers.
print is required hard copy.
No. See, my question is, after he has input the truck and the container number in cargoes, does the empty yard have to print the form again? No. They
No,
have to
because
just
already shipping line
mention.
printed and handed over the hard copy. No?
Come back.
Already shipping line printed the hard copy.
So on that shipping line printed copy, they have to enter by pen the container and truck number and bring it to the terminal. Is that right?
That is right.
They don't have to print a fresh form. The earlier form printed by the shipping line can contain the container number and truck number written in pen, and they can bring that to the terminal, right?
Exactly. This is correct.
Okay. Thank you. My second question is that all empty yards are having a cargoes login? I hope many of the empty yards, because CFS will be having it for the PNR moments, but for the empty yards, I doubt, because most of the empty yards will not be directly involving with the terminal. How far they are educated on this new process? Because I don't see any empty yards in this meeting right now.
Our power plot is there already. See, already we went a couple of major empty plots and explained the process. Now, once again, we are going to explain again. So I think few of the empty plots are here, including power plot.
Okay, so each and every empty yards will be having their own logins, separate logins,
Correct.
right?
Whoever not having, we will give them.
Okay, thank you.
It is there, already there, but still whoever wants further, we will provide that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So anybody else? I think shipping lines are there, Customs House Brokers Association also there, and empty plots are there in this participant. Any further more questions?
So registering empty yard is a very quick process. It will not take much time. We can do that rapidly. So it shouldn't take much time, and they will have the independent user ID and password. And once they are registered, you can see their nomination in that page where we showed. You can nominate them as well.
Ma'am. Clear. Hello.
Mr. Mukti, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon for CCT team and your IT team.
Yeah,
See,
very good.
We will understand your new procedures for MTK. After input container number and driver numbers, is there any changes? Is there any option to change container number and driver numbers? New system from depot side.
Only till the time the container has not gated in.
Okay.
After gating, you cannot.
Okay, I understood.
So if you are getting a rejection, our system knows that the container has started the gate-in process. It will reject your request And if it has not yet started, it will accept your changes.
Okay, one more question, sir. See, shipping line printing the forms and nominate to the empty depots. In case shipping lines want to change that particular nomination from one depot to another depot, is it possible for the same form?
You can.
For example, I am nominating
if
to particular depot 10 containers. 10 form 13s I am forwarding to particular depot. Later I want to reduce 5 containers out of 10. Reduce
you
and
can
nominate
remove
to other depot.
forms.
That also possible, right?
Yeah, you can remove forms from a particular export pre-advice by deleting the forms. You can add the forms as well. And if you want to change the whole group of forms to another yard, you can do that also if not a single container has been gated in out of that group or export pre-advice. But if one of the containers has gated in, rest of the 9, you need to delete and then make a new export pre-advice. You cannot go and nominate it to the other MTR. Is that clear?
Yeah, okay, sir, clear. And one more doubt. See, now shipping line printing the forms and giving to empty depot. As per last doubt asked by Sino Trans Prasad, see, once the shipping line giving the forms to empty depot in the trapped condition. Okay, it is a trapped. Once empty depot entered vehicle number and container number, it became active form. Prasad asked whether the active form should be carried by truck driver or the trapped form can be carried with the manual writing of container numbers and trailer numbers.
I think that's what we said. The same form, the draft form given by the shipping
What
line.
is the purpose entering vehicle number and truck numbers in the system?
The purpose is it is digitally being transmitted to a terminal. Otherwise, what will happen is if you don't enter it in the system, then the truck has to wait at the gate till all the entry is done at the gate. Here,
So,
the truck will save
the
time, your turnaround of time, truck will improve.
Okay, now the drop form itself enough to get in the container with the manual writing of container numbers and truck numbers, right? No need active form in the form of printed hard copies, right?
No, Murthy. The purpose here we are insisting there should not be any manual
No,
written
sir,
in the
it's very
form 30.
clear. Now, this is told that the drop form can be carried with the manual written, okay, container number and truck number. Is it acceptable at gate, or you will driver need to carry that active form with the digitally printed truck number and container number? This is my question.
See, as a
Truck
shipping line
is
or
ready to
depot,
accept manual writing, right, in the form that.
Yeah, in the draft
Even
copy.
though depot updated container number and trailer number in the system in digital manner, that is separate. Driver can carry draft copy with the manual written draft form also. The terminal is ready to accept.
Murthy, to answer your question, it's very clear. Once the empty container getted out from the empty depot or CFS, they must be knowing the exact number. Okay. At the time of getting out, they have to enter. That is the purpose of this software. So immediately once they take printout of with the container number and truck number, immediately our system captures these details into our system. And we know as usual, like export laden containers, these are the community boxes yet to come. So it will be easy process for the terminal team to plan the yard and everything.
That's well understood, sir. My question is, driver can carry draft form or you need active form?
So Murthy, draft form is enough
That's okay,
with
right?
manually written the container number and
correct
the container number entered in digital code on CCS.
Okay, right. Thank you.
It's accepted.
But you
Yes.
should not drop off this entering the
So,
container
sir-
number at the depot.
That okay, depot will update trailer numbers and container numbers in the system. I'm talking about that physical form 13 copy.
As
That you
Rahul
are ready
said,
to
we
accept
can
drafts
accept
now.
draft, but it should be
Okay.
on a digital platform. That is why we are striving hard.
sir, in future, so we accept the draft form 13, sir.
Not only draft, it has to be digitally submitted on CCS as well.
Then
So it will
only
be draft form, but if only if it is digitally submitted.
Yeah.
In cargoes.
Already systemized.
So
okay,
suppose a
form-
driver comes only with the draft and not submitted in digitally in CCS, then what happens? Right? That is not acceptable.
we don't know.
See, what I will
Manual.
prefer is that, it's my point, I'll tell you, it's better we directly take this active form as a print, give it to the driver, let them take it, because, see, consider if a form 1 is having a container number A and form 2 is container number B, there are chances that driver may interchange the form 13 within themselves because they will not be that much educated. So, see, consider even if I'm going to put for the form 1 A container number and form 2 B container number, physically if it is interchanged and drivers are approaching with the wrong form 13, still it will be a problem to the terminal. Better if we can put active form 13 as a direct print with the container number and truck details. I hope it will be solving these issues, so there will not be any confusions. I would like to terminal can suggest if because they are the one who is going to deal with this part. Because the draft will be always having a problem, because see, if we are going to send 50 trailers for one transporter and in the same yard, transporter may mix up the forms and he will give the forms to several drivers, or maybe on the end route they will be getting the form 13 at that zero gate. So at that time MTRs will be inputting to some other forms into some other container number, but physically the form 13, the draft form 13 which they are carrying will be have a different container number.
that is where we are keeping a checkpoint. Once the container is getting out from empty yard, the empty yard has to ensure correct container number and trailer. That is where we are now insisting on.
No, you see, they will be putting the correct container number and the truck number. See, consider form A, they are putting one container number and truck number, and form B, they are putting one container number and other truck number.
They are physically identifying and
No.
keying.
See, what is the practical challenges? I'll say. See, at the time of empty form 13, we issue to the transporter. Transporter will directly go and approach the empty yard. They pick up the containers. At the end route only, they'll be having the form 13 because it is manually marked at the zero gate. Some persons from the transporter will, when whatever the trucks are coming, they will be issuing. They will take the dummy forms and they'll be giving it. That time manually the forms are being edited by manually by putting the correct container number and truck number. But if in this case, if the MTRs will be assigning the form 13 at the time of gate out itself. But if consider if the same draft form 13 is given the zero gate, the transporter will not know which form 13 has been given to this container number, specific container number. Hope you understand, right?
See, the truck should not be allowed to pick up the container if they don't have a form, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, how the MD yard knows which form he has to assign which truck and container?
Yes, exactly. But in this case, better if we take an active form 13 directly from the MTR itself. Hope these types of confusions will not be there. And the purpose of getting this will be fulfilled. Because if you're going to take the draft form 13, definitely there will be confusions. And there may be the chances of editing once again the details. So instead of once the MTR is make all the details, then after that MTR, we need to print the forms from the MTR or by the transporter at the time of getting out. All the details will be in the digital form and also in the physical form, the details will be matching exactly.
we don't have any issue if the empty plots are willing to take out the printout after loaded the exact container. We don't have any issue. But kindly refer the meeting Chensa with the Chennai Port Trust. If empty plots are not willing to take the printout, that's why this solution was given to you. In short, it's simply pre-advised at the CFS or empty plots itself. Simply they pre-advised in the system. So terminal planner knows very well in advance which container is going to come, empty 20 or 40 reefer or whatever may be based on the ISO code. He knows very well. He's planned well in advance at the terminal gate. It takes 30 to 40 seconds only for generating the EIR. Or otherwise, if the terminal doing the same activity pre-advised in gate, it takes 3 to 5 minutes actually. To reduce the congestion and the time only, we are introducing this system. Hope clarified.
Yeah. Moving forward, we'll be able to know what is the challenges.
Correct. If they are willing to take the active form and able to update in the system, please go ahead. No issues. It's up to empty plots and the shipping line.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other question from anyone?
When is this going to be implemented from full-fledged? Any live dates have been announced?
Shortly. So actually, the first step, we already circulated the trade notice to all the concerned. And second, we did a demo today. And going forward, this week and next week, our team will go the major empty plots and educate it further. So as soon as possible, we will come back with the date.
Yeah, okay.
But you can start anytime. You can start right now also.
No, that is okay, because I just wanted to inform our MTRs also. We need to educate our MTRs who is not in the part of this meeting. We need to tell them also to become ready. They need to register. If you have any registration link, just share it this chat so that we can circulate to the MTRs to start registering it. At least they will have some time to register and practicing this.
Yes, I'll put it in the chat. I'm putting it right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, here Naga. Good afternoon, sir. I have one doubt. Hello, Hariban?
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. Sir, actually in the screen, you are showing the EgatePass, one of the options for the edit of the container number first. Second, you have to choose a search option and enter the truck number and the driver details. It's possible to give me the one screen in the system wise?
At present,
yeah, I'll take
sorry,
that.
please go ahead.
So presently, this is the process, but we have a service migration plan later in the year where it will all be merged, right? For
Yeah,
now,
Captain,
this is the process. Yeah.
Yeah, that's only a doubt, Captain, because the people are again and again the search option and edit option, they have to done the two multiple time. Instead of one screen is better to the people are easily to understand and update the details.
Yeah, we have taken your concerns into notice. We'll put that across to the development team. Right?
Yeah, thanks, Captain. Thanks, Captain. Thanks.
Any other question from anyone?
So any more questions?
Okay, if there are no more questions, then we can end today's meeting.
So on behalf of Terminal, thanks our Cargos community team for the wonderful presentation. Definitely, it will help us to reduce the congestion and speedy EIR at the in-gate for export empty container. And also thanks a lot for all the participations, which is included shipping line, CCPS side, and few of the empty plots. Thanks for your time and welcome. Yeah, over to CCS.
Yeah, so we are reachable on our contact us credentials. So anytime you want any clarifications while you try out the new process, you can reach out to us. Our teams are on standby, the support teams 24/7, so they will take your call or email. We prefer email usually instead of a call. So if you have concerns, send us an email, and if required, we'll come on and call and explain you the process again. That's not an issue. So,
Great.
right. So I'll end the call event. So do let us know, Pratap, if there are any more requirements, and we are here to help the team out and the stakeholders.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks to all.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.